Well, our Hotspots magazine will celebrate 39 years this fall. It has been documenting the LGBTQ plus lifestyle and is the inspiration of our Hotspots Queer Entertainment this week. And it's sponsored by the Broward Center for the Performing Arts. In the LGBTQ plus community, we always make jokes about size matters. Well, when it comes to Broward Center, size does matter. The Broward Center is the destination of choice for the LGBTQ plus South Florida community for spectacular entertainment in a large variety of performance venues. Broward Center ranks among the top 10 most visited theaters in the world, presenting more than 700 performances a year to more than 700,000 patrons. And Broward Center supports one of the world's largest gay communities of Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, and really all of South Florida. They support that LGBTQ plus community and our nonprofits unlike any other theater in South Florida. And we're very excited to tell you about the upcoming shows. And did you know that surveys show that the LGBTQ plus community participates in live theater performances 2.5 times more often than our straight counterparts? And that is why they are the sponsor of Hotspot's Queer Entertainment this week. Here we go. In contemporary society, it can be hard to divorce the very idea of family from the patriarch, heterosexual, cisgender paradigms. It can be even harder when making a horror movie about a queer family. Knock at the Cabin, Skinamarink, Evil, Dead Rise, and Attachment are all 2023 horror films centered around families, and all have queer characters or themes. Skinamarink makes us question the very nature of the family as being safe, especially toward queer children. In doing so, it becomes the most honest film about queerness through the lens of horror. One of the characters in this movie, Danny, is not textually trans, but is played by actor Morgan Davies, who came out publicly as a trans man in 2020. We hope to see even more and better queer horror movies next year, too. The Hotspots Queer Entertainment is 2023 has been a great year for queer horror. What are your favorite horror movies? Anybody? Halloween coming?
I'm a Saw girl. Okay, again, I don't like horror films, which is crazy. I don't like horror films, but I love Saw because if you watch Saw, everybody who got killed deserved it, right? And there was always a great way to kill them. Some of my favorites, right, were being impaled in the neck by 4 hyperthermic needles. I love that one, right? Another one was when it was called the pendulum strap, where the pendulum goes and slices you in half. I love it, right? Then there was one of my favorites is the reverse bear trap. Yeah, you put the bear trap on your face and then he closes it. Yeah, it's awesome. But my favorite by far is being naked in a freezer, in a meat freezer, and then every 2 minutes they throw water on you. Yeah, isn't that awesome ways to die? What? Why aren't you guys?
That sounds like some good old kinky kind of fun though. I would do that. Like, put you in a freezer and throw water on you, some water torture. Like, I mean, I got all kinds of ideas. But I am so not the horror guy. I hate horror films. Black folks are always the first one to die. But I am emotional. I get scary. So I'm all about the superhero thing. So I will say, so I hate to say this, but Candy, we do need you to come back to American Horror Story, because that was my favorite horror picture ever. When Candy did her thing, like, made sure to survive and kill and fight and do that. But that was the only horror picture that I was truly all in for in all of my younger than you Al life.
I like that. The Knock at the Cabin I thought was very good, but
well done.
I'm with Elimination. I'm not good at scary movies. That movie, Hard Candy, where a girl was molested and she gets the guy who molested her in a room to herself and starts torturing his genitalia.
Oh, I love that. I want to see that.
I passed out.
Yeah.
I can't
see that.
I literally passed out trying to turn it off.
I'm a huge
it has to be light horror.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to be horror
buff.
Yes.
Since I was 3 years old, I mean, like a throat slash was a warm hug for me. My mother thought I was something was going to be wrong with me, but I'm like a very sweet. I love puppies. Like, I don't kill them. But I don't.
It all makes sense now.
The gay horror theme, like I haven't seen these yet, and I purposely, as I was like trying to prepare for this segment, I was like, I saw the spoiler alerts, so I'm not watching them yet. But if you're asking what my favorite horror movies are,
That's what the
probably
segment is.
yes. The number one horror movie is The Exorcist, the original Exorcist, and I don't know if any of you have seen the previews for the new Exorcist that's coming out this month with Ellen Burstyn, who was the mother in the original Exorcist. Reagan's mom is making an appearance in there as a main character, and like. I think she's such a fantastic actress that I cannot wait to see it and how she kind of reprises the role. It's the first time I think that they've reprised the original character.
We always joke that Halloween is gay Christmas, and there's a reason why that joke completely sticks. AMC is doing Fright Fest. They're showing in the month of 31 days of Halloween, they're showing 310 horror films in 31.
Theaters are getting creative.
And all kinds of Freeform, which is a Disney-owned product, has a complete universal embracement. Your point, over the weekend, I watched The Exorcist, hadn't seen it in a long, long time. I was 13 years old when The Exorcist came out in 1973. Can figure out the math. And when I went to The Exorcist and saw it, and when I was 13 years old, about Reagan, I knew that my sister was Reagan. And I have PTSD even to this day because I went home that night and my sister did not see the movie, and my sister was in a different movie, or in a different bedroom, but I knew she was sitting in that room, and the moonlight was catching her just right here, and her demonic eyes were looking out the window, and that I needed to go in and throw holy water on her because I knew.
That's what I think about Faye.
Yeah.
Table rising shit.
That's funny. Trini, that was true. That was a good one. And so, to your point, I'll tell you first, because I have tickets tomorrow to see the new Exorcist.
Yes.
Can't wait. All right. And speaking of Hotspots Queer Entertainment, here's a quick glimpse of the venues that are part of the Broward Center.
The Broward Center for the Performing Arts, Parker Playhouse, Aventura Arts and Cultural Center, Rose and Alfred Miniachi Performing Arts Center. 4 venues that together bring a wealth of excitement to our community through the performing arts. The Broward Center for the Performing Arts is the center for world-class live entertainment, arts education, special events, dining, and more.